I don't know how old our listeners are, but I'm sure that they range in different generations.
Yeah.
So, but in our generation, we were born in the '80s, so anime wasn't very easily as available as it is today with streaming
Not at all.
And like production companies actually investing in it.
Mm-hmm.
So what we had to do was one way was renting anime. And this was back when the VHS was the thing.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah, back in the 90s, VHS
late
tapes.
90s.
Where we had your Blockbusters or whatever local video rental store you had.
Go ahead. My bad.
So you had to get what you can get. You couldn't request anything.
No,
So you just got whatever they had available.
Yeah, you were forced to, explore different anime, even if it wasn't necessarily something you cared about.
Yeah,
you were forced to. I mean, it was all you got what you had.
Yeah,
that's it.
And it was usually in like the special interest section. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
So they had a section called
the porn.
Yeah. So they had a special. They had an entry. They had a section in video rental stores called special interest, and that's where you could find your anime. And when we were kids, our anime experience was like Studio Ghibli stuff.
Yeah.
And
before we knew what anime was.
Yeah.
My Neighbor Totoro.
Samurai Pizza Cats, Speed Racer, stuff like that. Like some stuff that came on TV, and especially stuff like you just mentioned, My Neighbor Totoro and stuff like that. So when we started renting them from the video stores, we found out that they actually had them in Japanese.
Oh yeah.
Our first subtitle title was The Slayers.
Yeah.
And the Slayers like swore, like they had curse words in it, and we're like, what? Because we're dumb little kids. We like
cartoons.
Yeah, we didn't know cartoons cuss. We were dumb little, good little Christian boys, so we didn't know cartoons cuss. And we rented the Slayers, and it was hilarious. And they swore, and it wasn't even bad swearing. It was just like D's and H's. It wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
But we were surprised, and like I don't know if a lot of other people had that experience. I don't know if they automatically knew that anime was more adult oriented compared to the cartoons we had in the United States, but that was an eye opener.
Yeah.
And like that, the Slayers and Dirty Pair Flash, that was one of our first. That was first subtitles for us. But
I don't know what else.
Yeah, but like the rental stores would have what they had, and I remember renting the Tekken movie.
Oh, the first one,
the anime Tekken movie, and I hated it.
We're not talking about the one that came out on Netflix recently. We're talking about the original one that was based off the first Tekken game.
Yes.
The one where Kazuya was the main character. It was awful.
Yeah.
I don't think you can find it anywhere anymore.
Oh,
I highly doubt it.
You can find it on YouTube. Just look at it. Yes. So it's
trash.
So just look on YouTube and you'll see. You probably won't be able to finish it because it's just so bad.
Yeah.
But the things that came out in the 90s and early 2000s, it wasn't as big as today. Like now they pretty much release like pretty much everything now.
Yeah.
So
that's because the anime industry has Hollywood behind it.
Yeah.
Back then, Hollywood didn't care about anime.
It was so independent.
It was independent.
It was independent. It's crazy. It's like there was Pioneer was a production company.
ADV.
ADV. And other stuff.
I forget who did the Dragon Ball Z.
I think it was Pioneer.
Pioneer did Dragon Ball Z before Funimation got big.
Yeah.
Before it was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
That's how far back we go. We were watching Dragon Ball Z before it was on Cartoon Network, when you had either you had it in your region playing on TV like at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
on Fox, or you didn't.
Yeah.
And then it came out on Cartoon Network like around 1999. And everybody was like, "Oh, Dragon Ball Z, this is amazing." We're like, "Yeah, we've been watching this for years."
Yeah, and I think the first thing that we saw of Dragon Ball Z was Dragon Ball, the
original Dragon Ball,
the Curse of the Blood Rubies movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if we rented it first or if we bought it. Okay,
And
Yeah,
we
we
watched
rented it.
We watched it like a bajillion times.
Yes, yes, I loved that when I was a kid.
That was before I knew Dragon Ball Z existed.
Yes,
I didn't know it was big. I thought it was something that nobody knew about anywhere. And then I come to find out it's like one of the biggest shows on planet Earth that just didn't reach America yet.
Yeah. Because I thought it was just Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, Goku as a kid,
and like going a little bit beyond the renting of animes, it was like actually purchasing it was even harder.
Dang.
Because it was like, you know how you go to like if you're a card collector and you have to go to different shops to find the card that you want, like the card, like if it's like a baseball card or a Pokemon card or something like that, you had to go to different shops because each shop had different cards available. So it's like with the anime, they don't like they only had like 2 or 3 episodes on each VHS.
And each VHS cost $20, if you were lucky, $20 to $40.
Yes,
some of them cost $50. And all you were getting were 2 or 3 episodes on each tape.
Yeah.
That wasn't like today.
And it was either dubbed or subbed, or just dubbed.
Dubbed or subbed, or just, You couldn't switch between anything.
You couldn't switch between or anything like you did in DVDs. But anyway, it was like I don't know if you guys remember Suncoast. It was like a store predominantly in malls. It was like a video store. Mm-hmm. That's where we got anime. And Best Buy sold anime. So those 2 stores, when I was a kid, those were the 2 stores that I frequently visited to look for anime, because they would have they'd probably have volume 1 or tape 1, or they had tape 2, or they just have like tape 10. You don't know what you're gonna get.
You don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what they have in stock. So you have to watch the series out of order.
So whenever we went on vacation, like with our parents, when they took us on vacations, we'd go to a mall and look for a tape that they don't sell in our state. You know, and now that was like what we used our allowance money on. It was like to buy a tape out of state that we couldn't get in our own state. Because even like, if you could imagine, the internet wasn't even big and selling at that time.
Nope.
So you couldn't just go to an internet store and just be like, okay, I'll get that.
Yeah.
It was impossible. You couldn't do it. So stores didn't have the internet service.
Just to put it into context, you can get a whole season of Dragon Ball Z for like $30 a day on Blu-ray, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Back then you were getting one tape for $30 to $35 of Dragon Ball Z, the edited version, and you were only getting 3 episodes on a tape.
Yes.
For $35.
Yes.
So the times were different back then. It was rough for anime fans,
but
especially kids.
Yeah. But after a while, and that's why the anime pool was so small during the 90s and early 2000s, because they had to bring the good stuff over.
Yeah.